From Studio B in the lower level of Benner Library, powered by the students of the Communication Department, you're watching Tonight at Olivet. We have a great show for you tonight, but first, she doesn't know a stranger and her laughter is contagious. Here's your host, Cameo Powell.
Good evening, and welcome to the show. We've got a great night planned for all of you tuning in, and hold on, wait a minute. Do you guys hear that? It kind of sounds like spooky music. Kind of like the music you'd play to announce that this is our Halloween episode of Tonight at Olivet. That's right, we're starting off the 5th season strong as the weather turns colder and the leaves turn color. Now, as you can tell, or maybe not because I'm missing the hat and the goggles and the scarf, I'm supposed to be Amelia Earhart, but I don't think she wears ripped jeans or tennis shoes, but she was a progressive woman. But she also didn't fly the Apollo 11, but that's fine. Do you know where the tradition of dressing up really comes from? Apparently, it stems from the pagan festivals where the people attending would actually wear costumes to scare away the ghosts and the ghouls of the night. I think we got our wires crossed and maybe the script was flipped, but neither here nor there. And speaking of keeping the ghosts away, I see a lot of costumes in the studio tonight. Our crew members are dressed up, and so is our audience over here. I see some Daphne, some giraffe, cowboy, Spider-Man, strawberry shortcake, an average student that looks like me, dressed in a hoodie and sweatpants. I like it. It looks good. So I think we're safe from being haunted tonight, but I kind of still got the chills. But they're not the only ones keeping the spirits of the night away. We also have some canine and feline friends queued up for us to see tonight. There it is, the first one. This is Rizzo, the bulldog. Rizzo is not named after the famous musical Grease, so I'm a little upset about that, but he is named after a Cubs player, which I do support. Big Cubs fan. And then next we have, this is Wrigley, big Cubs family I see, very cute. I think those are two gnomes, if you couldn't tell, that is Wrigley on the right. And then next we've got, this is Gus. This is my friend's cat, Gus, and he is a lion, and he gets really into method acting. As you can see here, he's recreating the scene from Lion King where Simba takes on his kingdom from the prairie lands. So I'm feeling pretty safe tonight and pretty confident. And I'm also very excited for the guests that we have. We've got a couple of guests, and they've got some stories to tell and some things to share with us. And I think it's about time we hear who they are. So Colin, we're gonna throw it over to you, and you're gonna tell us who the guests are tonight and what we've got going.
On tonight's show, we have Josiah Fox, whose creative passion is puppets. And straight from Olivet's play Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts, Jordan McCulley is here. Now, put down your homework, put on your best costume, and get out your favorite Halloween candy. Back to you, Cameo.
All right, so as I said, and you guys saw, there's a lot of costumes in here tonight. But Colin, where's your costume? I don't think you dressed up for us. What happened?
I'm sorry, boss. They kept me late at work, and I had to rush here. I didn't have time to change into my costume. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Well, that's all right. I'll forgive you. Do you feel like it took a lot of heart coming here today with that costume, or not costume?
A lot of courage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Big fan of Wizard of Oz, or?
Never seen it.
That's crazy. Me either. Okay. All right. Well, to start things off, we've got a great first segment for you, and it's titled Samara in the Street. And we're going to get a little bit of a look at a couple of Olivet students who took on the challenge of carving a few pumpkins in the middle of the quad. And we looked at their creative abilities, and we even took a little vote at the end to see who had the best pumpkin. So let's go watch that.
Here today we have Isabel,
Elijah.
They're going to have 15 minutes to carve a pumpkin, and we're going to have the other Olivet students judge them. Winner gets a bag of candy. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. And reveal their pumpkins in 3, 2, 1. How do you guys feel about your pumpkins?
I feel accomplished. Didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Did the best I could.
How about you?
I feel great. Feel really good.
We're back with Tonight Olivet, and here we're going to ask people which pumpkin do they think is the best.
I like this one. Personally, I think hers because it looks happier.
Oh, 100%. Tidwell's is better. Absolutely. Yeah.
Why do you like that one better?
You know, just a little more unique. You know, this is a classic. It's good, but he spiced it up, and I like it.
I like Elijah's better.
Why do you like his better?
I like the mean face.
It's pretty clear who won today. Our winner is... How do you feel about winning?
I'm on top of the world right now.
What do you have to say about possibly losing today?
Hey, if I lose anybody, I'm glad I lost Isabel.
All right, well, I haven't carved pumpkins in a while, but I do know bravery when I see it, and I think it was great that they went out there and asked some of our students who they thought was best. I couldn't really choose. But what I will tell you is that coming up, we've got a man of many talents, but specifically puppeteer. We've got Josiah Fox coming up next. All right. Thank you. We have got a great show. And up first, we have a guest with some tricks up his sleeves and on his fingertips. We've got Josiah Fox. He is a puppeteer master. Man, we're not sure. We'll figure it out here on our first interview, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see. All right, Josiah, great to have you here. Thank you for agreeing to be here. How do you start with puppets? How does one come about that?
How I started with puppets was I was watching PBS, and then I'm like, well, I already like arts, and if you want to go further back, it was probably my lifelong interest in Legos. So, well, creating stories and not having the models, so I just built them out of what I could with Legos,
Okay.
and then created stories from that.
Did you ever perform those stories for your family, or was it just like in your room? How did that go down?
I think I recorded them using my parents' phones, but
Classic.
they're no longer here. And
Aw.
I probably somewhere back in my mind of recognizable things that I did with my Legos.
Okay. So what was then maybe your first Lego or puppet? What was the first one you ever created that you were like, this is it? Going to the big leagues of puppeteering.
Puppeteering, let me see. I don't really know.
You don't know?
Yeah, because like, I guess once you start, you're gonna be you're set.
Once you go puppeting, you never go back. That's what
Yes.
I've always said. So if you don't remember your first, maybe what's one of your favorite puppets that you've created? Or do you ever buy puppets? Or are you just strictly hands-on creator of puppets?
Well, I think the first two that I have, which I purchased, was this guy.
Aw. Does it have a name?
Roger Bacon.
Roger Bacon.
Roger Bacon. Hello.
Classic.
English.
Hello, Roger Bacon.
Philosopher.
Okay.
Philosopher.
So that's one of the first ones you ever purchased. What about one of the, well, I see another guy in there. Is that a penguin?
Oh yeah.
Are they siblings?
And,
They're different species. I don't think that works.
Plutarch.
What is his name?
Plutarch.
Blue Tuck?
Plutarch.
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 Plutarch the penguin.
I'm gonna name my first kid that. That's nice. Okay.
Thank you.
So don't worry, I got Plutarch. Don't even worry about it. Here he is.
He wants to die.
Did he watch Happy Feet? Did you ever put Happy Feet on for him?
Yes. Happy
Yes.
Feet was one of my favorites.
I can imagine. Okay, so would you prefer, so we've seen like little finger puppets, but I see you might have like a little marionette in there. So what would you say is your favorite? Is like hand puppets or those stringy classic guys?
I would have to say, coming from my ethnic background,
Okay.
are the Javanese puppets, where it's a rod and sort of like this one here, which is, if you know Maisie the mouse, hello.
Hello.
And using shadow and perspective, you can
Gotcha.
wave, you can move along.
So more like visual puppetry than physical. Okay, very
I like them
interesting.
too much.
Yeah.
I can't pick a favorite
That's
between my
true.
children.
It's like, which one's your favorite kid? Okay, so do you have a nickname for yourself? Like, if you were to put on a business card, like, what would be your title? Would it be like marionette manipulator, master, puppet master, the hands that talk? I don't know.
Nickname. Looking for work.
Looking for work. Okay, that's great. I respect the hustle, Josiah. I really do. Okay, so do you have a goal for the future? Looking for work. Do you want to create your own business? Do you want to just do, like, I don't know, kid shows or what? What are you thinking? Go back to PBS maybe?
I never went to PBS.
Oh, okay, sorry. Go to PBS for the first time?
After graduating, I'm thinking of, with programs which the school provide, is take stories and then put them into people's backgrounds, or through missionary programs. Take the puppets and then put them in their background of whatever culture we visit. So talking about the Javanese puppets, it's like you go to the Java Islands and you use Java puppets, using Java stories or English literature to promote literacy and just general fun.
So speaking of fun, I've heard that you can make, I don't know how many of them, but a few of them dance. Could you show us some dance moves with one of the puppets?
Oh, well, let me see.
Just pick one out there and bust the rhymes.
Well, if you know my dog.
It's Blue's Clues. Yeah. Okay, Blue's Clues. Oh, look at the cute little ears. Also keeping the ghosts and ghouls away. I like it. All right. Thank you so much, Blue's Clues. Thank you so much, Josiah. I love that. Okay. Very nice, very nice. All right, so we entered a world kind of a fantasy here, and we're going to continue into the world of fantasy as we come up next with a behind-the-scenes video of Alice in Wonderland. Come on. Thank you, everybody. We're back. And have you ever wanted to go behind the scenes of one of your favorite shows or movies? Well, we did that with ONU Theater, and they have great timing because they're doing Alice in Wonderland this fall, and we got to get a little sneak peek for the spooky season and the kind of mad, crazy season they're having over there at Sims. Let's take a look. Boom. I'm just kidding. But what I'm not kidding about is our behind the scenes of Alice today. So I'm here in Sims Theater, and we're going to look at a production put on by the ONU Theater, and it's going to be super exciting. We're going to talk to some cast and some characters, and we're going to get some shots of the show. It's going to be great. I love a good sneak peek. And you get it for free just by watching us. So come along with us as we film Alice in Wonderland. I think we're in for a very interesting show. We're off to a great start. So now we're going to try and go back behind the scenes and talk to some of our characters more close up. Okay. I think I spot a rabbit. Do you think he's got good luck? Like a rabbit's foot? Oh, I think I spot a cat. What would you say if I told you I'm late almost every single day?
It will never do to be late. You must always remember to be on time. It's very important if you want to keep your head.
Okay. I do have a turtleneck on. Do you think that'll help me?
Well, it'll keep your neck warm for the, yes.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate your time. It's precious, I know. What do you think is the most exciting part of the show?
The most exciting part is the croquet game. Yeah, it's more improv than anything, but it's super fun. Yeah.
We'll have have to be on the lookout for the croquet game. I have no experience. Do you?
No.
One more time?
She gets waterboarded.
Waterboarded. What do you think that has to do with the covenant? Does it cross boundaries or is it?
What?
Mad Hatter. What happened to your hat?
I don't know.
Do you know what the shop is called that makes hats?
The hat shop.
It's the haberdashery.
What?
Like a haberdash.
What's a haberdash?
A shop that makes hats.
Are you being so serious?
I'm dead serious.
We have 5 shows.
5 shows? I'm not.
Friday, Saturday.
Still, you have no.
Thursday,
excuse.
Friday, Saturday. How many is that?
Wait,
6.
1, 2, 3, 4. I was right. 6. 6 shows. You have no excuse not to come.
They know how to act, not how to count. What have you learned being Alice on this set?
I've learned how to like come into my own as an actor, how to like fully be in a scene and not just be like anticipating what's coming next, because like Alice, like that's not what she's like experienced all for the first time, so I'm trying to learn how to like portray that.
On this campus, there's actually a lot of newlyweds, newly engaged. Yes, any tips or tricks for them or ideas?
If the other person is bothering you, just say off with their head. You know, even if you don't.
Welcome to ASMR with Dormouse Katie. So you're a dormouse? Yes. Just because I'm wearing the same color as you, does that mean I'm also a dormouse?
Yes, we are actually related. We were separated at birth. Yeah.
What is one of the most favorite lines that you get to give?
No room. No room.
Mary and Joseph, or what do you feel has been the most memorable of your scenes, or what you've done so far, or something that's happened? Anything? Maybe that right there.
My character, the dormouse, she's a very sleepy little mouse.
Could you give us a little taste of
And
that character?
She,
like right now, give me. Oh, okay. Me when I forget to turn in my Canvas assignment.
Hilarious.
Bye. Bye. I don't know how to end any of these because I'm sure they're going to be mashed together.
Bye.
All right, thank you guys for coming along behind the scenes of Alice in Wonderland. I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty good show, and I don't want you guys to forget, but we're all mad here. That was so cheesy. Okay. How are we feeling, everybody? Fantastic, fantastic. I personally enjoyed behind the scenes. It was great getting to talk to the cast, and I know you saw her in there, but we have her here, the Queen of Hearts herself, Jordan McCauley. Jordan, great to have you here.
It's so great being here. Thank you so much for having me.
Big fan club, I'm included. Who are you wearing tonight? Because this outfit is a look, it's a statement.
It really is. We have an amazing choreographer on our team. Her name's Emma Adams, and she designed, I think, all of the costumes, and I love, obviously, I'm a big glitter gal, so I love the little, I think Sydney Lang added a little glitter for me, and I love it.
She's looking out for the queen.
Yes.
So it's a great costume, but have you ever had bad costumes? Like they gave you a paper bag, said work with it,
you know,
something like that?
Over the summer, I was in a production of Newsies,
okay,
and they gave me these really tight baseball pants. And I was like, okay, great, you know, we're going with it.
Yeah.
But during one song, I squatted down, and all you hear is like,
oh my gosh.
Rips right down the crotch.
Right,
in front
that's
of everyone.
so good.
So, I mean, I have had really bad costume experiences in the past, but luckily this one's great, and I feel super confident in it.
That's phenomenal. I love that for you. I don't love the baseball pants ripping, but maybe that made it more historically accurate. I bet it was hard to find a seamstress to fix those pants.
That's true. Yes.
Okay. So this role, you said you like glitter. Do you like the attitude that comes with the queen? So along with the glitter, the attitude, the volume, did you relate to her at all, or?
I do. I mean, in a sense, I'm obviously a very loud person. I don't think anyone would describe me as like quiet and shy, so I definitely liked getting to project and it's fun to yell at people because I don't usually get. I would consider myself, you know, very looking out for people. I would consider myself a kind person, but it is fun to kind of portray and just like if someone's getting on your nerves, just yell at them and say off with their head. So
right.
It is kind of freeing in a way.
Bit of a venting session. Every rehearsal. Understandable. Okay, so I know you personally. I know you have a lot of acting experience. What would you say though was the moment when you were acting that you were like, this is what I want to do, or like this is what I want to continue doing for as long as I can?
That's such a good question. Yeah, so I started performing when I was 5 years old.
Wow, okay.
My mom noticed I was very dramatic as a kid, so she always is like, I have the email drafted to a person in the park district who runs a musical theater camp. So honestly, probably when I was like 5 years old, when I had that first solo on stage, I was like, this is something I have to do for the rest of my life. There's no better feeling, really.
Awesome. Okay, wow, so that's a lot of years of experience. So with all that experience, I'm sure you've come across roles that you're like, this is an easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl moment, but then there's also moments where you're like, this is hard. What would you say has been the most challenging role you've had to take on?
Yeah, so there was a couple in high school where it was not a very guy-heavy theater in my high school, so I found myself playing a lot of guy roles.
Okay.
And that for some reason is really hard for me, because I kind of have like the sorority girl stance, like when I'm standing and they're always like, all right, Jordan, you gotta act more manly. I'm like, okay. So it's sometimes, we did The Outsiders in high school, and I was supposed to be one of the Soches or like the rebels.
Yeah.
And that was really hard for me to kind of bro up in that sense. But yeah, I would say definitely portraying the opposite gender is something I need to work on.
Okay. Well, anything I've seen you in has been great, just to let you know.
You're so sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so you've done different roles that you thought were hard and easy. Is there any role that you're like, that would be my dream role? That's something I know I could do, that's something I want to pull off. And if it's a guy, that's gonna be crazy. No. But
gosh, there's so many. I mean, I really like the musical Les Mis.
Okay.
And so my favorite song, one of my all-time favorite musical theater songs is I Dreamed a Dream.
Good.
So I would love to be Fantine. I think that would be a really fun role and a really emotional role. I was talking to some people about this. I feel like I'm always cast as the very overdramatic, very loud kind of character, like the comedic relief. And I would really love the chance to be kind of just like a more like soft-spoken character and a really deep emotional character. So I think that one would be a really good fit for me.
yeah, I also agree. I Dreamed a Dream. The first time I heard that song, I was watching America's Got Talent on YouTube, and Susan Boyle, she sang that, and it was beautiful. I think you could top her. I think you could take her. No, well, I don't know.
Well, no,
there's still time. There's still time. I think she was like 45. So you've got time to go. Okay. Well, Jordan, I'm excited to see your show. I know it's going to be great. I know you've already had a couple shows that went really well. This weekend, though, I'll be looking out for you, girl. Okay. Well, thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
We've got a little bit coming up next where we're gonna bring Josiah back, and him and Jordan are gonna play a little game we like to call Mummy Trivia, and we're gonna see their skills put to the test that neither of them have practiced. It's not acting, it's not puppeting, it's rapping. Coming up next. We're back, and we've got a game for you. We've got a game where Jordan and Josiah are gonna rap a mummy, see who's the best rapper of mummies, and we're gonna also give them questions at the same time that they have to answer to kind of distract them, throw them off their game a little bit, and at the end we'll see who's got the best mummy rapped, and it's called Mummy Trivia. All right, so Jordan will be rapping our guest audience, Cece, and that'll be her mummy, and then Josiah will be rapping Wes as his mummy. They've got 5 rolls of toilet paper each, and on my cue, they're gonna go and rap, and I'm gonna ask them questions along the way, and at the very end, we'll see who's got the best mummy. I think our audience might help us out with that. Jordan, Josiah, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, on your marks, get set, go.
All right.
Mummies,
Wait,
help out your
are they left to
rappers.
hold? Okay.
Oh, giving
Be
such
quiet.
a
I'm
Alaska.
going for the head first.
You'll be a
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold this. Okay.
All right,
Sorry.
Jordan.
Yes.
Which country is most famous for its mummies?
Oh, you know, I'm so good at geography.
Any country.
I'm gonna go England.
Okay, that's actually, it does start with an E. It's actually Egypt. It was close though.
I'm so dumb.
That was
Okay.
close. Okay, Josiah.
Yes?
Where did the early ancient Egyptians bury their dead?
Oh, in the pyramids.
Well, later on they did, so it's partially correct, but originally they just threw them in the desert. They just.
Is this like half ply?
Yeah, maybe 0.5. Yeah, they threw them in the desert like dehydrated fruit. Anyways, okay. Jordan,
Yes.
what was usually put on top of those pyramids when they did start putting the mummies inside? What was on top? That little tippy top. It's not in the movie Despicable Me. I'll tell you that.
Top of the. They put what? Like the sacrificial blood?
That's I think a story in the Bible. They put gold on top of the pyramid.
Yeah, that was my second guess.
Right. Josiah, do you know where the 3 largest pyramids in
actually
Egypt
looking pretty
are
good.
located?
Ooh, is it Giza?
It is Giza. Good job.
Okay.
Somebody's been studying their mummy information. Okay, Jordan.
Yep.
It looks like, first of all, that you are very good at what you do. I hope your parents don't ask you to wrap presents at Christmas time, but that's just me. What organ, Jordan, was deliberately left in the body for the afterlife?
Ooh. Do bones count? No.
No, that's not an organ.
The heart.
Yeah, that was the heart.
That's it? Yes! Wait, Queen of Hearts?
Queen of Hearts. I didn't even mean to give you that question. That was good. Yeah, they left it in there because they thought it was the center of a person's being and intelligence, which is oddly not apparently the brain. Okay, we've got a minute left, so keep going. I take back everything I said. Josiah, I hope your parents don't let you wrap the Christmas presents because there would be scraps everywhere. Okay. Josiah, was every dead body in Egypt mummified?
No.
No, you're correct. There was only the rich, royal, and the important people. So that means I have some setting up to do. Okay, Jordan, mummies weren't wrapped in toilet paper. What were they wrapped in?
They were wrapped.
Oh, okay, that was good. Good technique.
They were wrapped in cloth.
Linen cloth.
Linen cloth.
Yes.
Hide your ugly face. Wait, no, your beautiful face.
Josiah, I'm almost getting like Christmas tree vibes. I think
this.
you're
This
really
is
bringing
good.
in all the holidays. I really appreciate that. Wes, can you breathe? Here or there, okay. Okay, one more question for each of you. Actually, let's just see who can say it first. Where were the mummies put after the mummification process?
Sarcophagus.
They were put in their tombs.
Tombs, sarcophagus, both sort of correct. They were put in coffins.
Coffins.
And then the sarcophagus. All right.
Yes.
10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, audience, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Woo! Wow. Aw. Don't forget to hug your mummy. Yes. Okay. Well, there weren't a lot of correct answers. Thank you so much, Josiah. Are you a folder guy or a crumple guy or? Okay. Audience, I'm gonna say Jordan's mummy and then Josiah's mummy, and you're gonna clap for who you think won. Let's hear it for Jordan, Cece's mummy or Cece's mummy.
Yeah, Cece.
Okay, and let's hear it for Wes, Josiah's mummy. Okay, that was close. That was close. They both can't see, but I can see and hear that the winner was indeed Jordan with Cece the mummy.
High
Oh, okay, good high five. All right, what a good way to wrap up the show. We're done now, but we've got some more coming up this semester, so we'll be excited to see you back here. I've had a great time, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next time here at Tonight at Olivet.
It was a lot of fun. We got to learn about some puppets. We got to learn about what ONU Theater is doing. Overall, it was a blast. I had a good time.
I think the best moment was the mummy game. Like, they were rapping and answering. They were slaying the game.
Jordan's interview was really great. I think she was able to combine comedy and actually telling us about the stuff, and the dynamic between Jordan and Cameo was really good.